Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a reading for the new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus. So the energy that I feel when I tune into the collective consciousness is that of being pulled really deep, and it really slows down time. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling so super relaxed, almost like I'm asleep. Like I want to go to sleep. I'm so relaxed and comfortable and just wanting to take things very slowly. So let's just pull some cards and see what comes through here. I'm gonna use this Isis deck, which is also mixed with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. So let's see what they have to tell us. What I'm getting immediately is that this deeper level of consciousness, it's almost vacant. That's what I'm hearing. Most people are not willing to access this level of consciousness at this point in time because it's like they are trapped by the addiction of moving forward, is what I'm getting. And it's not like it's bad to move forward, but the way that I'm seeing it is that it's like moving forward is our masculine energy. You know, it's about shooting out of your current form. You shoot yourself out like a seed, you ejaculate yourself out, and then you let go of the old through that new form, that new motion that you created. And so it's like you moving forward is like letting go of your old self and in that moment creating a new self, rebirthing yourself, kind of. So that's the masculine way of creating change, but the feminine way is not coming from moving forward, it's actually coming from being still, going inwards, and then expanding. You know, expanding through, it's like understanding what you have to forgive from the past, what you can transmute from the past in order to call more of your energy back. And this energy that you call back, you can use that to add on another layer to yourself. And so you're expanding, you're evolving, you're growing richer in a way, whilst moving forward, you are burning yourself. You know, it's like you are making yourself less rich, you're making yourself more poor. And so both of these two ways of creating change can be valuable, but I feel like we are learning more and more now how to use them both, because we're living in a culture where there has been a lot of addiction, obsession for moving forward, which has, you know, over time it's actually made us poor, is what I'm getting, because we don't know how to stand still. You know, we are afraid of the feminine, we're afraid to stand still. Wow. Ooh, yes. Card coming out is like truths unveiled and the revelation of Isis. And so you see here, what I'm feeling is that when we are standing still, the first things that will come up are the feelings of the things that drain most of our energies, you know? It's like connecting to our feminine, standing still, we will feel the feelings of the things that are in a way most pressing, that if we were to deal with them and understand them and transmute them, then we would gain a lot of energy. You know, we would gain a lot of light by doing that. And so that's also why we tend to run. You know, it's like, for instance, a lot of people fear the feeling of poverty, you know, being poor. And so they can't stand in it. They can't stand it, you know, they keep running from it. But it's like running from it only makes them more poor and more poor and more poor, and they never learn how to overcome it. That's what I'm feeling, because underneath the deck was healing the divine masculine. Osiris rises. And so the divine masculine is kind of the part of us that doesn't run from the feminine. You know, he knows how to stand with the feminine, even though she is acting like a demon, you know, even though she is giving him all of these negative emotions, you know, these dark emotions that he does not yet know how to handle. The divine masculine, I feel, is willing to learn how to handle, you know, is willing to learn how to digest and understand the challenges of the current moment, you know, the challenges that come with facing your own present self, your own deep self, deep state. That's what I'm feeling. And also this card really draws me in. It says the word wants to be written. So sometimes I've found for myself that just doing some kind of automatic writing, you know, I really write things that I didn't even know that I knew, if that makes sense. Same with doing this type of videos as well, doing readings. Things come through me that I wasn't quite aware of, you know. It's like you unlock new doors when you begin to just step into the dark and see what's there, you know, open up and try to understand. That's what I'm feeling. So let's pull some cards as well. Gonna use this deck. First card that came out was the Five of Pentacles, or it didn't come out, but I saw it. Five of Pentacles. So a lot of issues I feel around poverty. Of course, wow. So I'm just letting the train pass by, which is kind of synchronistic as well. I feel that the train is just passing by. You know how in the Rider-Waite, the Five of Pentacles, you know, they are outside of the church. And so it feels like North Node in Taurus is going to be a lot of that energy. It's like many of us, I feel now, are separating. You know, we're creating a separation from the old Hierophant, you know, the old system, the old patriarch. So we're letting go of that. You know, we're letting the train pass by this because we know that it's just going to take me to the same places. You know, I've already been to those places, that I've visited them. I'm not keen to go there anymore. And so we're letting the train pass by. And when that happens, it's like we're going to be without an Hierophant. We're going to be without the Father, energetically speaking. We're walking into the dark. And so what is important, I feel, in this time is that to remember that the Father, you know, the Hierophant, the light, the masculine, is not always going to be bad. You know, there are times, there are timelines where the divine masculine energy exists, you know, where money is not connected to being trapped, for instance. And so I think that what I'm feeling is that it's so important to begin to look at the reasons why you are rejecting the masculine, and really understand that and heal that. Because if we don't heal that, then we won't be able to call in these new timelines with the divine masculine energy. That's what I'm getting. You know, the truth's unveiled. We might see this also now on a more collective scale, that more and more things are coming out about, you know, the dirtiness of the old patriarchy, the old masculine behaviors, this old like big light thing, how toxic it can get. And so it's easy to reject that altogether, but I'm hearing that that's kind of like you know, that's, it cuts you off. Actually, I'm hearing it cuts you off from life itself. So there's something about that. Without the masculine, you know, we don't have choice. That's the thing. Because if you look at the feminine, if you look at the Empress, Earth itself, it doesn't have a choice. It just continues to live. It just continues to give birth to new things. It continues to expand, or it doesn't. You know, the feminine doesn't have to be self-conscious to live. It's almost like the masculine is that ability to see ourselves in the mirror. You know, is our ability to stand still and learn about our own mirror image. But there's just a lot of resistance towards this. I'm feeling it. Yeah, Son of Swords. It's like people are like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, because they don't want union. That's the thing. Many people actually, they're still kind of unhealed within themselves. You know, they actually do want to hurt people. You know, they want to hurt, they want to break down the old version of the masculine. But what many people aren't realizing is that we have all internalized that old version of the masculine. You know, the one that doesn't care about the feminine, the one that doesn't care about the body, the one that doesn't care about earth because he wants something. This version of the masculine, it lives within us all. And so if we are cursing that version of the masculine and wanting to break it down, we will get our wish fulfilled, is what I'm getting. But because we've internalized it, we will also break ourselves down. And if that is all we are, you know, if our desire, our want is all we are, yeah. So I would say be cautious at this point in time with which desires you are following. I'm really feeling this, like I started the reading with this, like benefit coming right now from going deep and meditating a lot and tuning into the feminine and the land and asking for guidance and protection. You know, ask to be shown the path of the highest good of all. And it's like when we follow that path, we will be more and more protected, because we learn also how to take care of everything else around us and within us. Remember, you are not just your self-awareness. You're layers and layers and layers and layers of life that does not have self-awareness. You know, life that does not reach your conscious mind. And so it's something about that point of union, you know, knowing that, seeking it, being willing to seek it, because it's not just about external union. It is so much also about internal union, you know, learning how to care for our own body and our own life. That's what I'm feeling. So it's the divine masculine, it's the healing of the divine masculine, I feel, that is really coming back to the earth, actually. For some. For others, it's like it's gonna become more clear where they are actually channeling from the old masculine, the toxic masculine, maybe even thinking that, because that's always the case, you know, when we think that we are righteous, like we have, it's like we're on our high horse, that's always when we are kind of playing out that behavior that we are cursing. That's my experience, at least. So what I'm feeling is to be more careful with that type of thing right now. And then it's the Seven of Swords, kind of like it came out like this. It hasn't really decided which way it's gonna go yet, I feel. Like, am I gonna open both my eyes, is what I'm hearing? Or am I just gonna keep looking one way, like looking outside, looking to move forward, but not wanting to look inside? Underneath the deck was the Four of Pentacles and then the Hermit. And again, there's just so much resistance around this. People don't want to hear these messages, like in the collective. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe it's different for you, probably, if you're still watching. People don't want to hear these messages because they just don't want to stop the forward motion. They don't want to tune into their feminine at this point. So let's just pull a card for those that want to do that, those that are willing, because beautiful, Daughter of Pentacles. So this is like the new earth. It always comes through as the new earth to me. You know, it's like all the pages or all the princesses are the element of earth and then earth again. So it's like double earth. So I feel like if you're wanting to tune into your feminine, this is actually a time of growth where you can, it's like you will know which seeds are good seeds and bad seeds, kind of. You will know which seeds to plant, when, and how to nurture them and how to care for them, because it's like you will communicate with the land and with the elements and with the fairies, and you will be in tune with all of that. And so I feel with that you're gonna create this kind of, this is a wonderful time for healing, I feel, for creating this kind of very earthly abundance, for learning about things with the earth, and it's like really nurturing also, I feel, your inner child, because there is this energy that's coming through that's just, it's the energy of never being seen, you know, of not really seeing your inner self, your inner child, because, you know, when we focus so much on moving forward, we can't bring our innermost vulnerable child into the new. You know, moving forward is letting go of the old version of ourselves, you know, the old children. And so when we're moving forward, we're constantly ignoring our inner children. So I feel like standing still is like really also learning how to, or really regaining contact, I feel, with this deeper part of yourself. And bringing a lot of healing to that. That's what I'm feeling. And it feels like this is very much linked also to inviting back in the energy of abundance instead of lack. So I'm gonna end it there. It was a longer reading than usual, but yeah. Take care, guys. Hope you're doing good. Bye.